Good morning, everybody. This is Terry here, along with our fabulous co-star, Miss Lucy. And boy, do we have a good one for you today, don't we, Miss Lucy? Yes, we do. All right, so I've had a couple viewers write in and go, $50 a day, that crazy talk, that crazy Terry, I can't afford that. Don't you know what Social Security is? And yes, I do know what Social Security is. I get it. And that was just my baseline average. And that's California Social Security, which is a little over $1,700 a month. I realize that you have to pay car insurance and everything, but you don't have to spend $50 a month, $50 a day. I have all sorts of little goodies that I can show you how to reduce your prices, right? But, you know, a lot of people I know retired from the government and they make well over $3,000 a month. So, you know, I mean, people, you know, some people have $10,000 a month. This is just the average, and this is where I feel comfortable spending it. But there's so many ways to cut down the cost. Yes, there are. Like one of the things is you don't have to drive as much as I do. All right, I joined the military in 1978. I joined the Air Force, and we lived in close to Philadelphia at the time, and they flew me all the way to California, and I fell in love with the Southwest. So I am out here, and I have close to 400 relatives all up and down the East Coast. Now then, every year we have a couple of family reunions, and I thought about calling them and saying, it's not fair. Every year I have to come out there to your family reunions. This year, have a family reunion in California. You know what they would tell me? Go pound sand. So that's one of my decisions. But did you know two can travel as cheaply as one? Now, one guy that I watch is Dr. Sonny Lee, and he outfitted his Toyota Sienna, same vehicle that I have, for him and his wife to drive in. What they do is they have a fake floor where they keep most of their travel stuff. It's a real good channel. But him and his wife travel all over the entire world. So, you know, now you have half the amount of gas. And, you know, I do have food spoilage. You know, things come in big boxes and I can't eat it as fast. So being single, that's not optimum, right? Now, I could convert my Toyota Sienna and I could travel around with Karen and we could split the cost of everything. In fact, that's a great idea because, you know, sometimes I don't feel like cooking all the time. You get tired of your own cooking. And so Miss Karen could cook half the times, right? Because, you know, after you eat your own food for a while, you're dying to get to a restaurant. Anything is better than what I'm cooking. Well, reheating, that's what I do. I do a lot of reheating. But, or I could get rid of my Toyota Sienna and get a Prius. Now, I did the math. I mean, I'm going to drive the 3,000 miles and take 2 months, so that's 50 miles a day. And then I'm slowly going to meander back another 2 months. So just to drive to the East Coast, and I'm not taking the freeway. If I was taking the freeway, I'd get 27 miles to the gallon because I have really lightened it up, and that really affects my gas mileage. But since I like blue highways, I'm going to get 20 miles per gallon, and to go those 3,000 miles, that's $900. Now, if I had a Toyota Prius, I think I was getting a little over 60 miles per gallon on a good day on the freeway. Well, that would only cost me $300. So I could change my vehicle and change my gas prices, right? Yes. And you also notice that I utilize everything. If REI comes in the mail and says, no, I don't have a credit problem. I don't buy stuff unless it's beads, right? Right, Marie? You know me. If there's beads on sale, I buy them. But I don't have a credit card problem, zero balance. So when REI says, hey, open an account, all you got to do is spend $1,000 and we'll give you $200 free. You got it. It's paid off at the end of the month. End of the problem, and thank you very much for the $200. I use my Bank of America card for Museums on Us. Caesars, I get free rewards, free food at lots of restaurants just by using the charge card, and I never, ever have a balance. All right, so one of the other challenges that I have is when you're only driving 50 miles a day and your Hot Logic Mini takes a while to cook, you're going to drain your batteries. So when I got my Goal Zero battery, I got the big folding solar panel. So even though I may use my Hot Logic Mini while I'm not driving, I prefer to use it while I'm driving so I'm not draining batteries. isn't using my battery and the solar panel's still solar cooking. But let me show you two little solar cooking objects that I had. Now I had a lot more solar things to cook with, but being the good aunt that I am, my niece is a prepper too, and when I found out, it's like, here you go, have this solar thing and have this too. It's like I was so excited. But all right, so this is my little Go Sun, and it holds a little bit of food in it. It's pretty good, and basically you just fill up the little chamber and set it out in the sun, and it cooks really well. And they also have these cute little things, and I've made muffins in it. I've made a lot of nice little things. Now it says it feeds one. I'm sorry, I'll go hungry with that little bit amount of food, or maybe I need more fresh vegetables, right? The other thing I do, okay, my butane went up. It was $4.99 for a 4-pack, and now it's $6.99. So correct me if I'm wrong. That's 50%, right? So what are we going to start cooking with? Twigs. We got twigs. Now I bought this last year, and kind, generous Ma Terry gave it away, but I got another one. And I'm not telling you to go out and buy products you don't need, but I like having my prep stuff ready. So can you really cook with twigs? Yes, you can. And this is so small and lightweight, and believe it or not, you can make things off of YouTube that'll cook just like this. But this is a little solo stove light, and you put your pots and pans on top of that, and you can cook with twigs and bark. And most people who start it use a cotton ball with a little bit of Vaseline and a match. Okay, so there are a few ways, you know, maybe, like I said, I could do it in a Toyota Prius. Sure I can. I can cook burning using twigs and everything. Sure I can. There are so many ways that you can lower your cost of travel. You know what? Write it in the comments below. Do you guys have a great idea on how you're lowering your cost to travel? Let me know. And I'd also like to say I love Go Frugal and Marie over at RV Camper. I'm going to do one. RV Camper just did one on dumpster diving. So if you guys have never dumpster dived, read my comments. Look at Go Frugal, and he spells it G-E-A-U-X. I believe that's the spelling of it. He's always dumpster diving. And you know what? I used to dumpster dive. Didn't I, Miss Lucy? Yes, I did. All right, what do we say, Miss Lucy? We will see you guys down the road. One more thing, you know, some people feel guilty, you know, about using food pantries. But you know what? If you're poor at home and renting an apartment and going to a food pantry, if you're traveling and you have to use a food pantry, I mean, they understand. And to me, it makes a little bit more sense if, you know, you're not paying an apartment rent of $1,500 a month or whatever you're paying, and you want to travel, go ahead and use the food pantries. That's what they're there for. It's not like a hard and fast rule that says, okay, but if you're traveling and living in a car, we're not going to feed you. Yes, they are going to feed you if you're living in your car.